So, before we start any project, uh, what I usually do is, you know, write some sort of a chart of the project, like what I want to do, what are the challenges, and how to, approach the project. So, it is very important that you write something, uh, you know, the details of the project that you are doing. So it will be very easy to break it down uh, into simple chunks. So this was the image that uh, we have done drawing and finalizing the concept. And this was a very simple drawing of the concept that we want to be, doing in CGE. The first thing that I always do after I, sketch my concept, I do write the information like how to approach this project. And you can use any software. I usually use Xmind. It is a simple program, and you can, use it very easily. So to use this program, you can, just create a floating topic, and just type something in it. And if I just move the slider over here, and you can create another create some subtopic, like floating topic or subtopic and subtopic, and this subtopic, and click the subtopic, and you can do relationships between them. It is a very simple program. What I usually do is, like I usually use hotkeys, like pressing enter will, like give you a topic, and then pressing the insert will give you the subtopics. So this is how I, got this layout. And you go to the panels, and you can change the skeleton of this graph. Like, you can choose in between all of these, and you can choose the color scheme. And what I did in this case is I turn on this multi-branch color and chosen some colors. Uh, so I am going to draw this. You do not need to learn this software. It is just very self-explanatory. Uh, uh, just, just write the name of the project, and then the phases of these, which you think, like the concept that we drew. If I move to, Photoshop, if we break it down, this image, like how we want to approach this. So let me just minimize this. And doing it this way, like writing the project information before we start the project, it makes it very easy and clear, like what we want to do and how we approach this. Like for in this case of the simple project, I wrote the name of the project down, like JSON table. And then what is the first task? So that we did, like collect some references, uh, which was these were the references that we have collected. And these were open when we, draw the concept uh, of our plant. And the next, important thing would be, like model the exterior. And I write this simple because I just do not want a plain wall. I want a room. It could be like 20 by 20. And I put a small note. It says Revit. So the approach to my, the approach that we are going to be taking uh, would be, like do our architectural models in the Revit, and then the detail modeling would be done in 3ds Max, and you can use Cinema 4D, Maya, Blender, whatever software you feel comfortable with. But I usually like a CAD program. You can use AutoCAD as well, or ArchiCAD. The goal is, if you are comfortable with the software, you can use it, as long as you know the process of what needs to be done. What I usually think is that the vase, the table, and the picture frame, these are all going to be done in my 3D main application. The plant, I said it's going to be mega scans, and most probably we will be using mega scans for these Quexel mega scans, and then water in vase. This is, like, it's in shadows. I could be doing this, and I might not be doing this. I think I'm going to put a question mark over here. We could just make up a simple water material and put it over here, because maybe we will decide at the end. The water would be done in Phoenix FT. Phoenix FT is the plugin for 3ds Max. And painting of a cherry, uh, it's this painting. And this painting, we will be doing it by hand with a pencil drawing. You could put up any painting or anything here. So why I am doing this? Because I want to prove a point that if you are not a good sketch artist, you can still do the pencil sketch, and like have a very good drawing. And sharing the object, so the next process would be, do the material or the shading of the objects, and use the textures and knowledge of the material, like how this material is going to be looking like this wall, for example, and this table. What would be the the texture or the surface type would be. So, and the final phase would be rendering. I will be using the V-Ray render, but you can use Corona. They are both fairly simply straightforward, or you can use any render that you are comfortable with. Like if you're using Cinema 4D, you can use any GPU renderer or Arnold, or whatever render engine that you are comfortable with, as long as you know how you can do the shading and the lighting and the final process. So I think I did missed one topic, and I'm going to press insert and lighting. And I am going to put this over here, and exterior. And this is, by the way, Stretchly that I usually use. This is a great software, like every 20 minutes I usually take 10 or 20 second of break. Uh, and I'm going to press insert again, and photographic 3-point lighting. And the interior would consist of photographic 3-point lighting. Probably it's going to be a creative call at the end. The final deliverables. So I want some still images, like maybe from the close up of the plant, or some sort of, like creative angle of the picture frame or the table from the table. And then at the end, after we do the still images, uh, I want to be doing a 20-second animation of the this simple project. And these are the general like ideas that I am aiming for. And if I have some sort of like, even if I have paper pencil, I can write these down. I do not need this software, but it is a great tool, and I've been using this for past several years, maybe 8 or 9 years. uh, this kind of a layout, or this kind of design approach, it helps me a lot, like uh, because I do not generally do small projects. I do huge gigantic projects. If you do very huge scale projects, uh, in in the longer run, you will find yourself in trouble, because you will get lost, because you did not plan your project, and you did not anticipated any sort of like what to come. And maybe you go in the middle of the project, and then you find that there is a whole section that you are missing, and you don't know how to do that. I recommend that you use any like mind mapping software. This is Xmind, and you can search the web for mind mapping softwares, and you can find a lot of online softwares that can help you. And basically the thing is that you just have to organize yourself, and then it will be easier for you in the longer run.